Hello, basketball lovers. Welcome to another intense edition of our program, where we dive into the hottest news in the NBA. I'm Andrew, and today, prepare for an avalanche of information that will shake the structures of the basketball world. We start with a bombastic outburst from one of the stars of the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, the heart and soul of the team, is not to joke. He defined the Heat season as mediocre, and look, his words couldn't be more incisive. The Heat, runner-up in the NBA, are 7th in the East with only 11 wins in 20 games. And the loss to the Indiana Pacers last Saturday left deep marks. Butler spared no criticism of his performance on both offense and defense. Want to know how the team intends to reverse this situation and stay alive in the title fight? Stay tuned. We will tell you all the details. And if anyone is showing a surprising evolution, that someone is Paolo Banchero from Orlando Magic. The young star, known for his mastery of attack, decided to take a turn in his career and focus on defense. And isn't that results are showing? Banchero is part of the third most efficient defense of the season so far. Want to know how he's becoming an elite defender and what it means for the future of Orlando Magic? Don't miss it, because this is a chapter you won't want to miss. And to close with a golden key, a story that goes straight to the heart. Lebron James, the Lakers icon, is willing to sacrifice an NBA game to watch his son, Bronny, debut at USC. A powerful demonstration that family is above all for King LeBron. How will this decision affect the Lakers, and what can we expect from Bronny's journey at USC? Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions. Jimmy Butler is not happy with the Miami Heat's performance this season. The current NBA runner-up is only 7th in the East. To date, the team has won 11 of the 20 games it has played. That is, it is in the play-in zone. This Saturday, too, the Florida team suffers a hard defeat before his fans. Led a 114-129 Indiana Pacers. And look that the visitors had the embezzlement of his main player, Tyrese Haliburton, sick. The Heat, on the other hand, felt the absence of Bam Adebayo hit pains. After all, the team suffered 76 points in the bottle, something rare. After the setback at home, star Jimmy Butler was asked about the Miami Heat campaign. Sincere, he rated the team's performance as mediocre. You're as good as your last game. That's what I've always been taught. We're exactly where we don't want to be, which is very mediocre. Not good, not bad, just mediocre. You talk about our attack, it's been mediocre. You talk about our defense, it's also been mediocre, the 22nd blouse. Jimmy Butler did not exaggerate when speaking of the mediocrity of the Miami Heat in 2022-23. The team has the 11th offensive efficiency of the NBA. In addition, the defense, which is usually consistent, is a disappointment. The team has only the 16th defensive efficiency in the current campaign. I mean, you're in the bottom half of the league when it comes to defense. Unlike Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat manager Erik Spoelstra eased the loss. He also praised the Pacers' performance without Haliburton. You have to give credit to Indiana. They were without the best player, the guy who drives this attack. Even so, they didn't slow down a bit. Anyway, we couldn't contain the guys after the dribble, Spoelstra said. In the last 4 campaigns, the Heat have been leading the regular season in bain-marie, with the exception of 2021-22, when he was the leader of the East, and the other 3 he was not even in the top 4. Incidentally, in 2022-23, the team was the 7th in the conference. The Stars. But under the leadership of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat tend to grow in the postseason. After all, the team reached 2 NBA decisions in this period, 2020 and 2022. Therefore, the expectation of the team's fans is that the story will be repeated in 2024. Paolo Banchero came to the NBA known for several virtues, but the defense was not one of them. The Orlando Magic forward has always been an extraordinary offensive prospect, while his scoring performance was unstable. That hasn't changed in the league debut season, but he wants to change. The defensive aspect was the focus of the work on his off-season, as he was not satisfied with his performance as a rookie. Every year since high school, I list aspects I need to work on vacation. The defense was one of them, because I was frustrated with what I did as a rookie. So I watched a lot of video games in the last few months. Not all the pranks, but the ones where I feel like it could have been better. I see evolution this season, but there's no reason to stop learning, the young star told the official NBA website. It is always difficult to assess a player's defensive performance, but there are signs that this improvement is real. After all, Banchero is part of the third most efficient defense of the season so far. Coach Jamal Mosley also held widespread praise for the player recently. But his goal does not stop at being just a good defender or a positive athlete on this side of the court. I want to get to the ideal league defense teams one day. I see no reason to limit myself because I know I have great potential. I possess the physical attributes and intelligence to achieve this goal. Then the question becomes focus and mindset. I have to be committed to being as good defensively as I was on offense, Orlando's leader said. Paolo Banchero's improvement in defense, however, was not only to follow the videos of his games in the NBA. He learned another important thing when he began to compete among professionals. The physical athletic advantage it has always had, for example, no longer exists. So being in the best of your conditions has become more important than ever. Players are pretty big in the NBA. So as much as you can work on defense, a lot goes around being physically well. And, in addition, have a sense of positioning. Know the points where I should be on the court and fill spaces before the opponent. This is the point that goes by watching the videos, evaluating situations and studying the game, detailed the scorer. Banchero took defensive improvement as a personal challenge because it is part of his training as a player. He wants to always evolve and, as a result, seek to be complete. I have always been a versatile player who does many things on the court. I then keep an eye on what I cannot do and charge myself for it. Whether it is the defense or the throw, I am sincere with myself and aggressive in search of growing, he guaranteed. By the end of this season, Banchero can boast of being the best freshman in the league. However, the debate around who will be his successor is heated. Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren insinuate one of the most qualified contests for the award in recent years. The winger has no fans, but even for a relationship from previous years, is happy for the performances of Holmgren. I've known Chet for a while. It's great to see him on the court and more than that, successfully. But I think you also benefited from spending an entire season just watching the games. I bet that's why it started so well, because it took a year just to learn. We knew he would be great in the league, but he fit perfectly in Oklahoma City, exalted the reference of Magic. A little break here, basketball fans. I'm bringing an incredible novelty to the true NBA lovers. Introducing the Plash Shop, the best store to buy jerseys. At Plash Shop Voci, you will find the best price on the market, with parts starting at $49 and many other promotions. Why just cheer when you can wear the greatness? The store link will be in the first pinned comment. In a heartfelt display of family devotion, Lebron James, star of the Los Angeles Lakers, stated that he could lose his team's game to see his son's USC debut. That's because Bronny James was released to return to the courts. So, Bronny would be close to making his first game in college basketball. Following the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder last Thursday, LeBron made it clear that if his son's debut coincides with a Lakers game, the NBA team will have to play without him. Family above all else. I have to watch Bronny's first game whenever he's free and ready to play, James told reporters. Last week, Bronny received the release he had been waiting for. The 19-year-old suffered a cardiac arrest during a training session in July. So he's had surgery and has recovered well since then. Now, the premiere gets closer and closer. James has always talked about Bronny's journey back to the court, emphasizing the importance of this moment for both the family and USC. He understands that the young man did well in his rehabilitation, while the medical team took care of his serious problem. The Lakers star emphasized the family's trust in the faith. You just hand it over to God, man, and trust. Bronny took care of herself and did everything without setbacks, without trying to rush the rehabilitation process, he said. LeBron James does not hide from anyone who wants to act alongside his son, whether in the Lakers or not, with or against him, but James wants to make history in the NBA. It is certain, however, that on some days of December and January games of the Lakers and USC coincide. On December 28th and 30th, for example, the two teams will play their respective competitions. Bronny had already done solo work before the games, but recently he did a warm-up along with other teammates on the court. USC coach Andy Enfield highlighted Bronny's importance to the team, but preached caution towards the young athlete. It was great. He went through warm-ups with the team. He's part of our plans. Plus, he's an excellent teammate. We hope one day to bring him back to the court. But when that day comes, it won't be my decision. We will be patient and go through the process, said the coach. And thus, we conclude our round of news for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any NBA news. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well, as we provide updates throughout the day over there. Now, at the end, YouTube will be recommending some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.